Love Notions has recently released the Caprice Skirt, and spoiler alert, I am in love. So I'm sharing all my thoughts today, and if that's something that you might be interested in, then please keep on watching. Hey Stitchers, your girl Kris here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel on social, where it's totally cool to be obsessed with sewing. So today's video, I'm going to be harping on all about the Caprice skirt from Love Notions. Now, in case you did not know, I am a Love Notions ambassador, which means that I am privy to new patterns before you guys are, and also can potentially participate in the testing process. Now, the minute I saw the line drawings for the Caprice skirt, I was in love. Unfortunately, I was unable to test this pattern, but I knew that I wanted to sew up my very own version soon after its release. Now, the Caprice skirt comes in Love Notion sizes, which range from extra small to 5XL. I can't remember the measurements off the top of my head, so I'll be sure to go ahead and pop them in right here so that you guys can see the measurement chart. Now, the Caprice skirt comes in 5 different views, you guys. 5 different views. There are length variations, tier variations, and there is even a view with buttons. I decided I wanted to make view B out of this gorgeous fabric that I recently picked up in my fabric haul. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll be sure to go ahead and pop the link in right here so that you can go over and check out all the amazing new fabrics that I have recently added to my stash. This one being one of them. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Caprice skirt can be made in many different fabrics. And in fact, Tammy and Tessa do include fabric suggestions in the instructions. But your girl decided that she wanted to use something floaty and swishy just because the high-low hem and those gathers were just screaming out for something that could move. And I am not disappointed with my fabric choice. You guys, this skirt was so easy to construct. Listen, now I was able to whiz this one up pretty quickly, although it did take me, I think, 2 or 3 days just because my sewing time is so limited. Now, there are 4 pattern pieces, I think, the front and back upper skirt, and then the front and back lower skirt, and there's also an option for pockets, but I omitted the pockets in this version just because I decided I was using this floaty fabric. Now, I really am a pockets girl, and I do often like to include pockets in my patterns, even when the pattern doesn't come with pockets. But for some reason, I don't like the idea of pockets in really drapey fabrics. I just feel like the pockets end up getting distorted, and you can't really put much in them anyway. Otherwise, it will distort the silhouette of my skirt, and I was just not about that life. So I omitted the pockets in this version. Now, I did go ahead and make just a couple adjustments to my pattern pieces. I shortened the upper portion of my skirt pieces by 2 inches, both on the front and the back, but I did not make any adjustment to my second tier pieces, which in this instance were the high-low hem pieces. Now, in terms of the waistband, I went ahead and used 1.5 inch with elastic instead of the 1 inch elastic that the pattern calls for. I just find that 1.5 inch with elastic is much more comfortable and looks more flattering on my body type, and so I opted to use it in this skirt. Now, I did go ahead and top stitch down the waistband of my elastic. I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'll try to get a close-up of it and pop it in so you can get a better look. Now, I really like the effect of top stitching down my elastic, and I typically do it whenever I use elastic in my waistbands. It just stops my elastic from shifting and moving about, and I really like how it looks. Now, there are 2 different methods provided in the instructions for attaching the elastic. You can create a casing, or you can serge or stitch your elastic to the upper portion of your skirt, flip it over and top stitch it down, and I opted for the second version. Now, I do have a serger, and I found it so much quicker and easier just to serge the elastic along the top of my waistline, turn it under, and then, as I said, I top stitched it into place. Now, I did do the top stitching. I think there are about 3/8 of an inch in difference between my rows of top stitching, and I ended up with 4 rows of top stitching. And as I said, I really like the look that it gives in this skirt. It just sort of allows the elastic and the fabric to sort of meld together and lay flat and reduce any additional bulk at the waistline, which your girl does not need with this mommy tummy. In terms of sizing, the measurement chart puts me at a size large. But you guys, I actually sized up in this skirt to an extra large. Now, I was going through some of the ambassador pictures and some of the photographs over on Instagram, and I just felt like the silhouette of this skirt was a little bit too straight for me from the waistline down to the hemline. I really like when my skirts are fuller at like the hip area and more cinched in at the waist, just to give me some sort of shaping. Now, I am a rectangular body shape, which means that the difference between my shoulders, my waistline, and my hips are less than 10 inches in difference. And so wherever I can create some additional shaping on my body, I like to go ahead and do that. And again, I was using a swishy and floaty fabric, and so I knew I wasn't going to end up with too much heavy bulk around my hip line, and so I opted to size up. And I'm really, really pleased that I did. I did go ahead, however, and use the length of elastic measurement for the size large waist, since my waist is a size large. And truth be told, I think I probably could have shortened my elastic just by about an inch or perhaps an inch and a half, just for a slightly snugger fit at the waistline. However, I feel comfortable in it. It's not falling off of me, and it means that I can eat as much cake and ice cream as I want over the summer, with this skirt being able to stretch and adjust for any food baby that I end up having. Now, all in all, I'm really, really pleased with my skirt, you guys. I did put a poll up on Instagram when I shared this fabric about what this fabric should become. And the toss-up was between this skirt and the Cynthia shirt from Vicky Sews. Now, a couple people voted for the shirt pattern. Some other people had suggestions for even different patterns, but many of you opted for the Caprice skirt. And I am so pleased with this fabric and pattern pairing. I feel like it is perfection. Now, be sure to go ahead and leave me a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you guys think of this pattern and fabric pairing. Do you think it's a match made in heaven as much as I do? Or do you think that this fabric perhaps should have become something different? Now, you guys, if you enjoyed this video and you like my skirt as much as I do, be sure to go ahead and give me a thumbs up so that the YouTube algorithm can push my videos out to other like-minded souls. Now, if you're not a subscriber and you have gotten to this far in the video, be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so you never miss any of my upcoming videos. Subscriptions cost you absolutely nothing, but they guarantee you a spot right here with me in my YouTube family. Now, if you are already a part of my YouTube family, then thank you guys so much for coming back week after week after week and talking all things sewing with me. Now, that is all I needed to share with you guys today. So until next time, stay calm, stay cool, stay safe, and absolutely keep sewing. Peace.